Yo, what's up, y'all? We out here once again trying to get 3 degrees buffer. And speaking of buff, two things. One, yes, I like to work out, like to exercise. I would say I like to be fit, even though I haven't been as consistent lately. Get to that in a second. But if you remember the whole buff missionary, which may be making a return, we'll see. The buff is actually not because of muscle or fitness or anything. This right here is a buff. Once upon a time, I was a big Survivor fan, and the headwear, the little bandana thing that they get in the game of Survivor is called a buff. I don't, oh, maybe I do have one here. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. So, this is it. Fold these things up because it's the best way to go. But there you go. That's a buff right there. Survivor, shout out. Yeah, Survivor. And you can see right on the side. Where is it? Right there. Buff. Yes. So, because I have a grand collection of these from the show, from when I was a fan, and wore them all the time, being out in the islands, and it being very convenient and almost an essential to wear from the sun, ocean. You could use it in many different situations. You get the point. That's why they called me the buff missionary. Now, back to the first point. I could be talking about dissertation work or research protocols. Did have a really good conversation about that with one of my friends today, but I'm not going to talk about that. I could talk about transitioning into the New Testament part and actually getting into the book of Acts finally on my paper. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the reason why I'm taking this video right now so I can go to sleep in the next 15 minutes. And it's because something I've been working on over the last couple weeks is trying to be more intentional with my fitness. Now, I don't think I've really been consistent with my fitness since COVID. I've had good stretches, and being a part of the gymnastics team, it's easy to take those reps that we get in that gym and not go into another gym to get reps in. It's too easy to do that, and that's where I struggle with the consistency. Let me put it to you this way as well. Before COVID, 2019 going into 2020, I was around 185, 190, which was, I would say, prime weight for me. After COVID and after sitting down, taking classes online for a year and a half or however long it was, I went up to about 210 plus. So I'm a little pudgy around my midsection, and you combine that with it being harder to get back into the mix when schedules kind of reopen and what are you doing with the gym. I've had a couple good runs, but I would lose my consistency here or there, or have a timely injury that would kind of mess me up. So these last couple weeks, I've tried to be really intentional about bringing it back. And it actually started with a running, which, like I said, I cannot say I hate anymore. I actually kind of enjoy it. But running is what I did more than anything else. Running in handstands over Christmas break when I was down by my brother's at my parents' house. And it was if you run, you have to be really disciplined to run. And if you run early in the morning, you have to be even more disciplined to do it. Like, you can't, I've made videos talking about how difficult it is to go on a run. Especially if you know if it's going to be a long one, it's even harder. Just getting out of bed is tough. It's not the same as going to the gym. That can be fun and exciting. Runs are not. But building the consistency with the run was the foundation for me being able to come back to Michigan in this 30-degree sub, 29 degrees right now, and find some consistency, a good base to start with for building back up my routine. I was just talking with one of my friends here, doing a little de-stressing, playing some Fortnite. Yes, I'm a gamer as well. The Buff Mercenary is my gamer tag, oddly enough. But, when I was talking with him, we were talking about how if you really want to get the gains you really want to achieve the goals you want to, almost like one workout a day is not enough. So I'm waking up right now, 5:30, getting to the gym, a couple hours in the gym, going for a little run, shower, and I'm right at work. It's nice because my job has a little fitness center that we can use right there in the facility. So it saves me time by being able to do that there, shower there, and I'm ready to go. But afterwards, I'm having to do just a couple exercises after I get off work. And then tomorrow, in addition to that one in the morning and the one right after work, we have gymnastics practice for the first time since we let out after Christmas break, over Christmas break. So, but here's the thing. Gymnastics, this is something, I'm one of the assistant coaches on the team. This is something that I've told the team members time and again. We have 5 practices in a regular week, 2 hours each night. So we have 10 hours worth of practice, but you have to strengthen yourself and build yourself up outside of that. You got to get another workout in so that when you come into the gym to do gymnastic stuff, your body is prepped and ready to do that stuff. If I come in the gym for gymnastics practice and I treat that like my workout and my cardio is weak because I didn't run before or I wasn't doing other things, now I'm wasting the time of the team because I'm not in shape to perform a group move. It's not just about me anymore when I go into gymnastics practice. It's about the team. And if I haven't prepped my body to be able to perform and give the team the best that I have, then I'm slowing down the process. And some of you might have been on teams. It could have been like basketball. It could have been any kind of team, like a spelling bee, whatever it is. And people come into the practice and they're not ready for the practice. They have to practice to get ready for the practice, but they're doing it during the practice, if that makes sense, right? So where I should have been building strength outside of the gym, getting my squats on, now I'm struggling to do the moves in gymnastics practice because I didn't do them. And so I'm building up my strength in the practice while failing the move, and other people might be getting hurt in the process. Different things can happen. If you're in gymnastics, you understand what I'm talking about. So it's like, yeah, basketball is a really good example actually, because if you're a baller, you know that when you have basketball practice, you're playing all around the clock, and then you go to practice and you learn something very specific that pertains to the team. And then once you leave, or some people practice is over, they stay there and keep shooting around. They're working on their individual game. So that way the next time practice comes around or the game comes around, they're ready and they're better. And to me, that's how it should be. So when you're working a full-time job though, and you have this 10-hour commitment every week, it's hard unless you bite the bullet and say, damn it, I'm going to wake up early and get this thing done. So having some excitement about that and having this goal, really, most people wouldn't think, 210, that's fine. It may be, but I don't like my own weight distribution right now. There are goals that I would like to get better at. I need to get better cardio. I need to get stronger in my legs. My core is weak. That's where my extra pudginess is right now. So I'm trying to work out that extra time so that when I get to the gym for these practices, I'm ready to contribute to the team at an even higher level. And that part to me is fun. I enjoy practice, but I enjoy feeling like I'm ready for practice before I get to practice, And the reason I'm talking about this in general is a very random topic because, like I said, I've been talking about a lot of research paper stuff over the last couple videos, several videos. But I've had some people ask me, like, what am I doing? And you might not tell by looking at me that I don't really watch my diet that much. I have an idea of what to eat, but I'm not really dialed in on that. I kind of eat whatever. Cheat days, it's like seafood. I heard somebody joke about seafood. You see food, you eat food. And I can be like that. But I actually made a list, and I'll break that down in another video, what my diet will hopefully consist of. And that means pretty much everything else is going to get cut out. I'm going to start making videos about what I'm doing in the mornings when I go to work out, so you can kind of join me on the journey. I'm not trying to coach anybody there are some things I know and understand about fitness and getting in shape, but I'm not trying to. I'm not a scientist. I don't have a lot of research on this. That's not my path. It's not what I've done with my experience there. But I do want to document it because I think there's a level of accountability that can be had when you document your journey. There are parts of it where you don't want people to see it because you grind in silence. But there are other aspects where it's like, this is a way for me to hold myself accountable. And I want to be able to do that and share it from that perspective. And having to post and give updates and talk about what I'm doing on a regular basis will make me more responsible and consistent and disciplined with what I'm doing, because then I got to go and tell somebody about it. So yeah, tomorrow morning or the next morning, I'll bring the camera in the gym. It depends. I'm not trying to bother people who might be at work early as well. There's at least one, maybe two, who come in early and they're working early while I'm in there making noise in the gym. So I don't want to add to that. But it's really cool to say, you know what, this is the goal that I have. This is what I want to accomplish. And here's what it's going to take to do it. It's not going to be easy, but this is what I have to do. And to make it happen, like that's what I'm talking about. So it's currently 9:44 p.m. It won't be by the time you see this video, but I will be asleep in the next 15 minutes and I'll be up early so I can do at least a little bit of work on my paper and then get to the gym, and we'll go from there. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day, so I'm gonna be rested up well for it. But anyways, like, subscribe, and share. You're trying to see the progress, not only in the doctoral and the mental side of the game, but also the physical side of the game as well. And you know what? I'm out. Night, night. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.